You'll hear of people who are enraged because they were kicked out of a video game. We don't like acknowledging our shortcomings or making mistakes, and being a negative influence online will almost always result in a suspension. Here's a list of gamers that got banned for some ridiculous issues. Number 10. In an exploit sweep, clean gamers are being banned at random. Star Wars: The Old Republic. For the casual observer, MMOs may be shockingly complex, and maintaining an economy is one of the most difficult tasks. In 2013, BioWare had no choice but to drop the hammer in reaction to a widespread item duplication hack. The issue was that they went about using a sledgehammer when a scalpel would have sufficed, resulting in the banning of around 150 innocent players. BioWare promptly apologized and attempted to clean up the problem by releasing the players from their bans. Number 9. The anti-cheat technology detects cheaters based on their controller preference. Of course, the most crucial aspect of maintaining an online community is to make it as enjoyable as possible for as many people as possible. For Honor's easy anti-cheat security in the PC version of the game was booting and banning players for using a certain XPatter controller with the game around launch, so they may have overcompensated. The controller does have the capability of allowing players to customize short string of attacks to a single button, which would be cheating if they knew the players were doing it in the first place. Number 8. Considering purchasing a 360 that has been declared illegal. That's what we call paddling. Microsoft periodically sweeps their system for bad factors like cheats and pirates as part of their proactive involvement in sustaining the Xbox Live community, and would go so far as to lock out that hardware from accessing Xbox Live at all. But if Timmy saves up his money and goes to GameStop to buy the same Xbox 360 that the big evil pirate dropped for $10, Timmy will shortly discover that, despite having done nothing wrong, he will not be permitted to play online with the other kids. Timmy will be sad pandas, according to Microsoft policy. Number 7. Cheater kills everyone on the server and blames it on a random passerby. Grand Theft Auto Online. One of the more bizarre instances included a user named the 7th Taco who was just sitting out in a server, doing nothing bad. Meanwhile, someone else in the game was causing every other participant in the game to explode at the touch of a button, and the game was blaming Taco for it. Fortunately, he had the foresight to record video proof to prove his innocence in the event of a suspension. Number 6. For choosing a main character in Overwatch, a player was banned. At this point, Overwatch has developed a reputation for having a fervent fan base, albeit one that is largely negative. While the game systems encourage players to switch between the various heroes to adapt to the game, Gene Falconet has had to deal with constant harassment and bans from using the chat system because his main hero of choice, Widowmaker, is disliked by those with whom he plays. The game does not define what constitutes toxic behavior for its players, which allows Falconet to be mobbed the moment he selects the sniper. Number 5. Dark Souls 2. Scholar of the First Sin PC mod fixes the game and puts cheaters in purgatory. Dark Souls' bleak world can be oppressive, but the community can be the light that helps you get through it. Unless you wanted to play the game without the numerous minor bugs and glitches that From Software failed to address, which were particularly egregious on the PC. Players caught using the popular DS2Fix mod, which did the jobs that the developers didn't want to do, were put in a cheater's purgatory, limiting their interactions with the rest of the user base and taking away a big part of the game's appeal. Number 4. Because of Discord, PC Guardians lose their light. Destiny 2. When Destiny 2 finally arrived on PC in October, it was a happy day for many Guardians, but their joy of shooting and looting was cut short when they were banned for unknown reasons. Third-party programs like stream overlays and chat services were soon blamed, and while Bungie quickly denied this and worked to restore those who had been banned in error, the exact reasons for the bans were never revealed. Number 3. Microsoft assists professor in recovering hacked account and bans him for hacker work. Losing an Xbox Live account can be devastating, and Josh Hinkle understands this better than anyone. In 2012, a gamer and assistant university professor lost his Xbox Live account to some Russian hackers, who then went on a rampage. 2 months later, he receives a call from an exceptions analyst, and his account is quickly returned to Hinkle, who then receives an email stating that he is no longer allowed to use the service. After yet another runaround from Microsoft, it turns out that an old 360 he had gotten rid of due to a red ring of death was back in working order, and that it was being used by another, completely unrelated naughty boy to steal accounts. Hinkle eventually regained access to his account, as well as a new Xbox 360 from Microsoft to replace the one he had abandoned due to his dissatisfaction with the company. Number 2. At tournaments, mistakes in Pokémon paperwork have consequences. Pokémon Sun and Moon. In case you didn't know, Pokémon, the cuddly world of animate beasts enslaved by 12-year-olds, is a serious business on the competitive circuit. In December 2016, an EU Internationals Pokémon tournament used team sheets, which are typically used to make commentators' jobs easier, to assess the legitimacy of a player's team, and the penalties for entering incorrect information were swift and merciless. The issue is that they never informed the players how seriously it was to be taken. Jonathan Evans, a second-place finisher in the Pokémon World Championship in 2016, told a story about how he mistakenly said one of his teammates was holding a specific item when he had forgotten he had switched it out for an item that did the exact same thing. The blunder cost him the use of his monster and, as a result, the tournament. Number 1. PSN Gamer has been banned because of his name. Jihad Al-Mafeda had been playing on the PlayStation Network under the username iJihad for several years when his account was banned by Sony in 2016 on the grounds that Jihad was a violation of the terms of service. Not willing to accept a ban on his own name that would cost him all of his online games, he contacted Sony, who offered a name change before making the ban permanent when Al-Mafeda offered some alternatives. It took media attention for PlayStation UK to reopen the ticket, and Al-Mafeda eventually received his games back. Others. Sniping in the stream while the PC gaming community is going crazy for chicken dinners in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Some of the more creative players have been taking advantage of streamers and the fact that they're pretty openly broadcasting their position to their viewers. Stream sniping is the act of using a live stream to locate and kill the broadcasting player. While it can be difficult to prove, a streamer named Lado recently received a ban for it following a fateful match with other streamers, sparking a rather large squabble that eventually resulted in comments from Battlegrounds community staff. Battlefield 1 players banned for being too good, much like For Honor. Battlefield 1 clashed with some unlucky players who triggered the game's fair fight cheat protection algorithms, resulting in bans. Their one crime? Being overly skilled at the game. Fair fight works by comparing player feats to the global average and looking for events that would be impossible or extremely unlikely without the use of hacks, such as long shots and massive kill streaks. Spasmo, a dedicated Battlefield player, activated the protection while playing with a friend one night while simply playing well. Pokémon Go players planning costs him a soft ban. Pokémon Go challenges his players to catch them all in the real world. And one day Jimmy Deracher wanted to be the best like no one ever was. Deracher devised a circular route and employed in-game mechanics such as lures to attract extra Pokémon spawns, lucky eggs to boost experience gain, and personal rules, such as speed, in an attempt to earn over 1 million experience points in a single day. By hour 13, the game's anti-cheat measures, known as shenanigans, had stopped allowing Deracher to catch any Pokémon for the purpose of using in-game mechanics. Also, when the popular Disney browser game Club Penguin was about to close down, a rather strange offshoot of the speedrunning community was just getting started. Set off by a Redditor named Buttonwalls, who posted a video of himself signing up for and being banned from his Club Penguin account in less than 2 minutes. The stunt was so ridiculous that it caught fire, and many people attempted to do it faster. I hope you enjoy the show. If so, show us some love by subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button. If you want to get notified on our new videos, all you have to do is click the notification button, and you will be notified once we post a new video.